Hi friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Katerina or Kat if you're new here, and this is my channel of everything cozy, bookish, and lifestyle related. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my 2024 anticipated releases. I have so many books that I am very excited about that are coming out in the year 2024. Most of them, as you know, are fantasy. So most of the books that I'm going to be talking about are from January to August or a little bit into September. I don't have anything for October, November, or December because when I was looking, I just couldn't find a lot of releases. Let's get into the books that are going to be coming out in January that I'm most anticipating. I do have my computer here to go through all of the books and to read some of the synopsises. So the first book coming out in January is That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon by Kimberly, and this is coming out January 2nd. This sounded really interesting to me just because it takes place in a cozy fantasy world. And so this is about a spice trader named Cinnamon who has a quiet life that is turned upside down when she ends up on a quest with a fiery demon in this eerie, Ventsley, quirky rom-com fantasy that is sweet, steamy, and funny as hell. So this sounds really unique, it sounds cozy, it sounds something that would be right up my alley. Then next up is Atlas Complex by Olivia Blake, and this comes out January 9th. This is the third and final book in the Atlas 6 trilogy. I think it's the third and final book in the Atlas 6 trilogy. I have not read this trilogy yet. I do have the first two books finally to them. I am looking forward to this one. I've heard a lot of amazing things about this trilogy. I really want to get into them. Then from there we have Voyage of the Damned by Frances White, and this comes out on January 18th. This one sounded really unique to me because it not only takes place on a ship, but it's a fantasy mystery, and it also has a lot of representation from what my understanding is. This country named Concordia has maintained peace between its provinces for thousands of years, and to mark this honorary feat, the Emperor's ship embarks upon a 12-day voyage to the sacred goddess's mountain. Aboard of the 12 heirs to the provinces of Concordia, each graced with a unique and secret magical ability known as a blessing. Except there is one heir that is not blessed. He's a class clown, a slacker, and an all-round disappointment. And of course, when one of the heirs is brutally murdered, everyone's pointing fingers at everyone. So the final book in January, and that is A House of Flame and Shadow. This is a continuation of the Crescent City series by Sarah J. Maas. This is a book that I'm unsure of if I'm going to buy. I did add it to my list because it is a well-known book that's coming out in January. It's just not a book that I'm most interested in getting, but I have yet to read the second book in the series. So then moving on to February. So on February 15th, there is Sunbringer by Hannah Craner. This is the sequel to Godkiller. I have this on my list once again. I'm unsure if I am going to read it or continue it. I did sort of enjoy Godkiller. I am interested in kind of learning what's going to happen next, but it's not something that I'm gonna go out and buy the moment that it is released. And then we have Kindling by Tracy Chee, and this comes out February 27th. She's the author of 1,000 Steps into Night. I believe that's the book, and I really enjoyed that one. So Kindling is set against a war-ravaged world where kindling warfare, the use of elite magic-wielding teenage soldiers, has been outlawed. In this rich and evocative novel, 7 kindlings search for the purpose and identity as they prepare for one final battle. And this sounds pretty unique. It has been compared to classic films such as The Seven Samurai and The Magnificent Seven, both films of which I very much so enjoy. Then we have Lord of the Wilds by Annalise Sabrana, and this comes out February 27th. This is one, if you've been on Instagram and specifically the Bookstagram community, that we have all been very much so anticipating. This has been a hot release for quite some time, and so very excited about it. This is a stunning romantasy debut about an enchanted library, 2 handsome fae, and one who brings them all together. A library with a deadly enchantment, a fae lord who wants it, and a human woman willing to risk it all for a taste of power. I'm always about a book with a lot of representation, and this has it. And then finally, my most anticipated book in February that's releasing, one that I've actually pre-ordered, I think in March of 2023, and that is Empire of the Damned by Jay Kristoff, and this comes out February 29th, and this is the sequel to Empire of the Vampire. If you are wanting a series that is intricate, detailed, beautiful, gory, glorious, and has the original taste of vampires, this is definitely a book for you. Then moving on to March, we have quite a few sequels that I'm looking forward to in March, and the first one is Ashfire King by Chelsea Abdullah. This comes out March 18th. This is the sequel to The Stardust Thieves. And then of course we have Spy Family Volume 11 by Tutsuyo Endo, and this comes out March 19th. Once again, absolutely love Spy Family. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. It's beautiful, it's wonderful. It's such a fun series to read. And then moving on to April, the only book that I am looking forward to in April, and the only one that I could really find that I was going to enjoy, and it's Otherworldly by F.T. Lukens, and this comes out April 2nd. And so F.T. Lukens has written quite a few books with really great representation. I own at least 3 of their books, and this one is about a human making a deal at the crossroads with a demon. And then in May, there's also only one book that I thought sounded really good and something that would be up my alley, and it's called Five Broken Beds by May Corlin, and this comes out on May 7th. And this sounds very interesting. The 5 most dangerous liars in the land have been mysteriously summoned to work together for a single objective: to kill the god king June. He has it coming. That's it. Like, that is all I need. I love Misfits. I love Band of Misfits. I love coming together. I love found family. And then in June, once again, the only book that's coming out in June that I'm very excited about is Mirrored Heavens by Rebecca Roanhorse, and this comes out June 4th. This is the final book in the trilogy of the Black Sun trilogy. It has Native American culture in there, and it's fantasy. It's a Native American fantasy. Like, we don't have enough of those books. We need more Native American fantasy, and that's all I need to say. And then in July, there are a few books that are coming out that I'm really anticipating. The first is The Sky on Fire by Jen Leons. Jen Leons also wrote, what other book did Jen Leons? Oh, The Rune of Kings. So the main character, Aniron, is pretty much a loner, and she is saved by an adventuring party, and she is captured by a lord. However, this is no ordinary adventuring party. She pretty much goes on a quest with these band of misfits. Once again, I love any book that has a band of misfits. I love any book with found family. It is my favorite types of tropes that are out there, and this one sounds right up my alley. And also, I just like books with dragons in it. And then also in July is The Grandest Game by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and this comes out July 30th. And this is a continuation of the Inheritance games, of which I do need to read next year. That is the plan to read next year so that I can get to The Grandest Game. Then moving on to August, which is my birthday month, and we have starting up Empress to the Villain. This is by Hannah Mayer, and it comes out August 8th. And this is the sequel to Assistant to the Villain. I really enjoyed Assistant to the Villain. Did not think I was gonna like it. I thought it was going to be a joke, and it was. It was a very funny book, but I actually found myself enjoying it. And then also in August, we have Wisteria by Adeline Grace. This comes out August 20th. This is the third and final book in the Belladonna trilogy. And then finally going into the final months of books that I'm most anticipating for 2024 is September, and starting off right away with one that is absolutely amazing on September 10th is Somewhere Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune. This is the sequel to The House on the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. TJ Klune has wonderful writing. His writing is stunning. It's amazing. It's cozy. It's everything that I want. I have read every single release of TJ Klune's, from his Wolfsong series to his young adult series to obviously all of his standalones. And then a cute little romance kind of rom-com book that I'm looking forward to is A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana, and this comes out September 10th. This is the author that wrote The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, I believe. Alright guys, so that is it for my 2024 release. If there are any anticipated releases that you guys are excited for, whether it's fantasy, romance, cozy fantasy, romantasy, thrillers, any genre, definitely let me know in the comments below. I'm always looking for new releases that are coming out. Also, make sure to like this video, guys. Make sure to turn on that notification bell that lets you know when I post videos, and also make sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!